Welcome to Speaking of Spade. This is Spade. What is up? Child, let's get down to the nitty gritty. What the fuck going on? So I woke up this morning and honey, I was in a good mood, but I will say I just had this very ruthless energy to me. I had this very I don't give a fuck. Shut up. Oh my goodness. Who gives a fuck? You do too much. Just very, I wouldn't say irritable, just very confrontational. And, every time we bring up confrontation, most people are very hesitant on confrontation because they always see it as being hostile, when in reality, confrontation is about authority. And there's no need to fight for authority right now. But I feel like there has been this release on Gemini placements of saying look, you know who your evil twin is. You know who your light twin is. Let them be free. I feel like, and I honestly just feel like there's this energy with a lot of people in general because Jupiter's in Gemini. Everybody's going through that third house transformation, transition, illumination, healing. And everybody's in this part where they're okay, I'm choosing peace. I don't want to choose violence. I want to be able to be calm about this. I want to be able to, it's just this energy of I want better thoughts. I create my reality. I want to speak different. I want to speak love. But I'm telling y'all, after Jupiter went direct, I felt this energy of when I wake up and I think of a situation, I think of a person, and my mind is instantly thinking of comebacks. If that person has said something to me and I chomp their ass off and I'm saying hurtful things that are actually the truth, using certain things against them, I know then that I have been suppressing that dark side, that shadow side. And Jupiter went direct, and all I keep hearing is dark feminine energy. It's the dark feminine energy of where you tell somebody, you got me fucked up. You no call, no show, terminated. You're crossing a boundary. I don't really care anymore. I don't have to deal with this anymore. I ain't really fucking with it. And y'all know, I try to, I am big on freedom of speech. I do want to let you guys know, I'm drawing back on a lot of cursing and profanity, but I'm not going to lie. This calls for telling people you got me fucked up. Okay. There's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. You got me fucked up. Okay. For you to think that, for you to be so delusional, this was actually going to be okay. I was just going to let that slide. It's crazy to me. I feel like we have picked peace for a very long time and no more. Venus went into Aries, and that also could be a part of the shift as well. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to, your self-worth, it's really on that Mars energy of I go to war by myself, and I'll go to war with you about me. So it's whatever you want to do. And I feel like when this transit happens, it really lets you be dominant. Okay. And dominance is not seen as intimidation with those that also have a very assertive, authoritative figure in their life, that who they are, demeanor, not in their life, demeanor. And when I think about this energy, I'm realizing a lot of people pussyfoot. When we're in Aquarius season, Aquarius people are so detached from emotion, but they are the water barrier. So they're not attached. They're not really detached from the emotion. They're detached from the attachment. Whatever the attachment is, the emotional attachment, the logical attachment, the attachment, whatever actually is the what's hovering over it. They're not really attached to the reason, the why. That's something that I'm learning about Aquarius season. And I feel like a lot of people need to realize that you need to release being attached to the why. Because when the illumination happens of the why, you're going to realize, why do I mess with these people? Why do I still talk to them? Why do I still condone this energy? Why am I still just I had to be honest with myself and say, look, you've been living in a very false reality of false attachment wounds. You're not really attached. You're bored. You're not really, trauma bonding. You are doing things for the plot. That's not really plotful, So I had to be honest with myself. If me being so self-aware puts me in a position to where I can always play on the other side. Is it good all the time? No. I would honestly 10 out of 10 not recommend it anymore because we're in Pluto and Aquarius. It just doesn't make sense. Your inner power is based off of how you can create a dynamic change from being unique in your own individual, and being rebellious. And I just feel like this energy is kind of saying, like, I've been meeting a lot of Aquarius men. And when I meet a lot of Aquarius people, I realize that when I meet a lot of Aquarius men, my masculine side isn't being rebellious enough. I'm not standing on business enough. I'm not telling people the truth. I'm not being logical. I'm too worried about, oh, do I look like an asshole? Do I look like a bitch? I'm not exercising the freedom of the power of thought. It gives me, and I see a lot of twin energy. That's why Gemini kept coming up. In my mind just a second ago, I heard, remember a white chick when she was like, oh my God, Brittany, you said it where you were thinking it. That's kind of how I've been feeling. I've been feeling like I say the things that everybody's thinking. And I've actually held myself back because of the fact of every time I say what everyone's thinking, they deem me as the bad guy. And I have to realize Aquarius are in the energy where they don't have to go searching for anything. It will come to them. And therefore, if you don't like it, you can go. And see, that issue with the world right now is people don't like things, but they also want to still be around it because they see value. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell y'all that. People don't like it, but they see value in it. They put you on a pedestal. They literally worship the ground you walk on, but they don't want to admit it. So they want to have this hate for you. They want to hate and love you at the same time. And I always tell y'all, people don't really hate you. They hate how much they love you. They hate how much you are abundant. They hate how much of powerful you are. They hate that. So I had this epiphany that you literally worship me. You literally put me on a pedestal. You literally are fascinated by me. I'm your muse. I'm literally your inspiration. And you don't really like me. And here I am just being genuine and kind, not allowing the twin to come out that's going to say the shit that everybody's thinking and they're not saying, or, because of the fact of it's the truth. So what's the problem? I realize, you know what? If I have to be around people that I have to censor myself around, we got to go. If I got to be around people where I feel like my energy is being depleted out of me just feeling like you don't really like me, but you still want to be around me because of how I move, because you don't know how I move, but you like how I move, I can't go for that no more. Leo placements have to remove anything old. Aquarius placements have to not move, period. The sun has to move. Uranus doesn't need to. I hope that makes sense. The sun moves. Uranus doesn't have to. Uranus is a ticking time bomb without even any type of disruption, any type of movement, anything. It doesn't need to be put in this position and, you need to light it up for the bomb to go off. It literally is a ticking time bomb that blows off automatically. It blows up anything that's dysfunctional. So you are going to get so angry at yourself. Your ego is going to get so bruised if you continue to deal with people that literally don't align with you. These people literally see you as a model and they hate you because they love you so much. So they rather just do little things. Like if I don't want to deal with certain people, I'm realizing I'm tolerating it. I have a lot of energy of tolerating, being cordial, keeping the peace because of the fact of I want to be more mature. Maturing is realizing that I never gave a fuck. So you need to realize that I've been sparing you. I'm telling you that your higher self is telling y'all been sparing people. Stop. Venus is in Aries. We go to war. We don't care about battles. We go to war. So whatever you want to go toe to toe with, I promise you, I'm going to always win at the end. I understand warlike qualities when it comes to the mind. My mind is powerful than any reality that I ever can place. My mind is more powerful than any narrative somebody can put on me. Live your truth. Be in your truth. You always know who's the problem by who starts talking first. I don't need clout. I don't need validation. I stand 10 toes down by myself and I did that shit. What's up? You're not going to see me calling, needing your help. What's up? Because if you actually were a necessity, if I actually felt like you were something that I actually needed, I wouldn't feel this way around you or about you. Call a spade a spade. Welcome to Speaking a Spade. Yeah, we're on that type of time right now. Be upfront, be clear, be honest. Why lie? Lying shows fear. Who do you fear? No one but God. I want to go down some downloads that I had as I was working today. Here we go. I texted to myself. Venus retrograde is having you, and we're not there yet. We're in the pre-shadow, but the fact that Venus is in Aries, it's going to go back in Pisces. So when it goes back in Pisces, wisdom. Remember that. So now that it's in Aries, is the shadow period is honestly having you revisit, why do you fuck with people? Why do you mess with them? Why do you condone them? The truth of those people will be revealed. Always remember, you aren't informed to confront. You are informed to move accordingly. Warlike people. To confront is a battle. Only time you need to confront is when a motherfucker is confronting you. God don't tell you the truth for you to go out your way to tell somebody something. No, if they come to you with something, then you handle that. That's warlike mentality. See, to chase after something or to chase after a problem because the truth has been revealed to you, that's a battle. Because what they gonna do? Lie, gaslight, try to play on your mind, your heart. God, why would God? I always tell y'all this. Why would God go in your mind and your heart and say that about that person if it wasn't true? Out of all people he can pick a stranger off the street. He can pick your coworkers. He can pick that you don't know. He can pick anybody, but he decided to pick that person. Come on, try again. Okay. Quit fearing vulnerability right now. I really do feel like with Venus being in Aries, the inner child wants to soar. There are going to be a lot of like childlike energy. It's going to be very high school, like where you're on the phone, standing around, you hanging off the bed and stuff like that. That energy is going to be very, 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 very significant. You meet a new friend and it's just like, you're calling. It's no ego involved. Aries rules the first house of how people see you. If you are going to be fearful and worried and concerned about people seeing you be open, be vulnerable, and being genuine, then you might want to just take some steps back and honestly, or just be honest with the person. Like, you can justify, or you can, kind of come to a conclusion of like, hey, but this is what this is. Like, you're not alone. Now, this isn't to make this seem bigger than what it is, but I'm just saying you're not alone. Okay, the person's actions are going to be all the proof you need. People's actions of love and respect and all of that will be shown over this next 3 weeks. Okay, just chill a little bit. Let things be what they are and grow naturally. Like I said, don't assume. It makes me think of the story that's going on about the girl in the gym crush and stuff like that. And everybody's like, oh, limerence, and everybody's trying to have grace, but I really feel like she kind of made it more than what it was. She could have just been cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have been gym buddies and then it could have grown into something different, but she allowed the energy to overconsume her. Don't let the energy overconsume you. Be vulnerable, be open, but you know what I'm saying? And I think if you release the fear of vulnerability, when it's not matched, you won't feel disappointed because you've already released the expectation, which goes into my next point. We really got to release expectations. The only expectation that we should put on anybody is ourselves about what we're going to deal with. And that's just plain and simple. Let people's actions align with your expectations of self. Let it be a reflection of self. Okay, I think if you do that, you'll realize that people love you in the way that they can. People are showing up for you in the way that they can. You won't feel like you need people to show up outside of yourself if you put these expectations with a reflection of self. This is a really big time for self-love. This is a big time for cockiness, arrogance, however you want to say it. I heard JT in my head. She was like, I'm that bitch, and everybody know. This is that energy. This is that Eve energy. Who's that girl? You know what I'm saying? This is that energy for us to truly understand. Like, this is puts to sea in confidence. Okay. Once again, Leo placements move away and Aquarius placements stop moving. There's a big sweep happening. With us being in Aquarius season, that means where you have Aquarius in your chart, also the house that rules Aquarius, there's a big sweep happening. Just let it happen. After this big purge, honestly, there's a blessing that comes and you literally will be so shocked. You'll be shocked how you cut somebody off today and then you talking to somebody tomorrow. You'll be shocked at how you cut off some friends today and all of a sudden God blesses you with something in the material world tomorrow. You will be shocked. Okay? You don't lack anything during this season. So please understand that. Oh, that brings me to my next point. You don't have to explain yourself. Let me say it again. You don't have to explain yourself. I think one of the most powerful responses that I received was that I'm not feeling it. And that's honestly a response. It's actually equivalent to no, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. So also let people question what's going on, what's the reason. Let them come up with whatever resolution that they want. Let them do that. Remember, Aries is the first house, how people see you. If you want to create this type of persona, this view of yourself, of whatever the situation is, by all means do it. The truth will always reveal itself. Normally the person that's the most peaceful is the most prosperous and is not even concerned about how you even want to be viewed. Who cares? Okay. Silence is power. It makes people very uncomfortable. Let them be uncomfortable. Once again, it's how people see you. It allows their true colors to be revealed because they don't have an emotion to attach it to. Remember, I told you a lot of people can't just release out of like, this is just not aligned, or this is just not going to work, or I'm just not feeling it. They had to attach a negative emotion to detach from you. So they got to find some reason to hate you. Oh, you was fake. You was this, you was that. It can't just be, I don't fuck with you. Simple, very simple. The message from Lilith was, once I reveal somebody's insecurities to you, head out. Head out. I'm trying to tell you, she said, I'm trying to tell you the truth of what's the real issue between y'all so you don't hold a grudge against them or regret cutting them off. Venus is in Aries. We also are very forgiving quickly because we have that childlike mentality. Once we don't rock with you, we don't rock with you. But we also have that like, oh, okay, well, we'll get over it. No, there is no getting over it. I'm finna get over you completely. Put to rest. Goodbye. Also wanted to touch base on this 4th, 8th, and 12th house energy. So the 4th, 8th, and 12th house energy right now is very strong. Why do I say this? Because there's nothing but projections happening in that placement. Let's go why I'm saying this. So when you look at the houses and what they stand for, hold on. When you look at them, okay. When you look at them, the 4th house is the mother, the home, the environment, your house, land, and the end of things. People are projecting their mother wounds on you. People are projecting their instability on you. They're projecting their toxic environment on you. They're projecting it. Okay. The 8th house rules the wealth of others, death, dying, transformation, inheritance, astral experiences, spiritual world. People are projecting their lack of a wealthy spirit. People are projecting their lack of transformation. People are projecting their lack of inheritance from ancestral wisdom, power, inspiration, money. They don't know, so they rather project. 12th house, which rules our karmic debts, hidden support, limitations, hidden enemies, illness, escapism, sorrow, and spirituality. People are projecting their karmic debts that they're trying to figure out, and they might not know it in the verbiage of karmic debts. They might just know it as the verbiage of like, why does life seem so easy for her? Why does she get to do this, and why does she get to do that, and why does she say this, and why does she say that? They're projecting how you have programmed your subconscious mind. They're projecting the limitations that you don't believe in. They're projecting the enemies that they're basically projecting their evil eye to actually how much they lie to themselves about how much they love you. They're projecting. Let me say it again. They're projecting. You know how the best way to overcome a projection is transmutation and deletion. Transmutation and deletion. I'm going to transmute the energy that you threw at me, and then I'm going to delete you out. So then whatever comes my way, it's all mine. We won't be going back and forth. A lot of people like to do that. A lot of people like to do that energetically. They like to go back and forth. And I'm one of those people, I will take, transmute, and delete. I never gave a fuck. That's going to be the name of this episode. I never gave a fuck. You took my kindness for weakness. You took my love for pennies. You took my acceptance as a hit. You took my help to hate me. You took my genuineness to belittle me. When in reality, I was always better than you. I was always better than you. I actually belittled myself to deal with you. I actually lowered my standards to deal with you. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I did that. I did. You needed it. And I knew you needed it. Because I give love so openly, because I'm so protective over my energy, but I still let you in. I gave you access. You disappointed me. You disappointed me. And for you to think that God was going to let that happen in my season of blessings, you done lost your damn mind. I've been saying this to a lot of people. You done lost your marbles. Because a lot of people have. I realized that the spirit and the power that a lot of you hold, you guys don't realize that you were helping people's ego when they were in the dumps of hell. Your light, you brought light to their lonely life. See, people don't want me to say this because they want me to share love and light. People don't want me to tell the truth about what I know because of the fact that it's too mean. It's the truth. And the truth shall set you free. I can accept where I was being a lack of love, where I was doing things out of desperation. I can accept where I was doing things out of entertainment, boredness. I can accept all those things. Once I accept it, now I don't want to deal with it. I can accept how I was trying to be cordial and be calm and cool and collective because of the fact that I know a higher purpose. But don't ever get it fooled. I might be evolved, but I ain't slow. I might be evolved, but I ain't green. I might be evolved, but I don't play like that. And I do apologize that I gave you any indication or any energy or any thought that you could ever play with me like that. I don't play like that. I don't play those games. Okay? I do apologize that you thought that I play like that. I don't play like that. You're not my type of person. You never will be. I saw the best in you. I saw what God wanted me to see. The true you. I saw the true you, and you tried to play with me with that shadow side of you like you could really romp with me. I want y'all to understand this is how the energy is going, collective. People showed you the shadow side of them, and they thought that they could romp with somebody that has been accepted, evolved, healed, and informed. My shadow side don't play like that. See, a lot of people during this retrograde, they've been trying to play big homie, little homie. And see, the little homie been thinking they've been the big homie because they've been showing their shadow side. Yeah, they've been showing that shadow side. So when they've been showing that shadow side, the little homie been thinking they had the upper hand. The little homie been thinking that they have it like that, and they got more money, and they got more clout, and they got more this, and they got more that. I'm sorry to tell you guys, I think you forgot whose territory this is. I never had to say I was the big homie for people to know that I was the big homie. But it's okay. God is going to let you know. This is a season where God is going to speak. And the reason why I say this is because it brings me to the Bible verse when the Lord says, I will prepare a table in front of your enemies. They were all your enemies. Yep. I just went ahead and brought y'all the tea. They were all your enemies. I don't care how y'all look at it. They were all your enemies. They hated you in some shape or form. That's what Venus and Aries is trying to show y'all. The first house is your personality, how you see the world, how the world sees you, your childhood, your environment, your self-interest, and your independence. They hated you. They hated you. Parents, family, friends, they hated you. They loved you so much that they hated you because they hated how much they loved you. They hated how much they were so inspired by you. They hated how much you just had so much faith and you had so much power and you had so much drive and so much determination. You were supposed to break. I would have broke. Why didn't you break? I'm built different. Why would I break? Why would I fall? I might stumble, lose my footy a little bit. You might thought that the situation, saying you were better than me in the situation. See, what I was going through was much bigger. I just didn't explain it to you because you would have never understood. See, I talk to people at their level. I must admit, I talk to people at their level. If I know that you're very surface level, I'll match that shit too. Why would I sit there and tell you about things at a higher level of knowledge and wisdom? You're not going to understand. So yes, I'm smarter than you. I'm better than you. I'm wiser than you. I'm more powerful than you. I just never needed to address that. But for the record, I am. I didn't need to say it. I didn't need to be, doing all this. I spoke highly of myself because that's how I feel about myself. You thought all the little shade and the side comments was going to make me feel down about myself. It never changed. I'm war ready. These are battles. I got more power in my left thumb than you got in your whole body. All these things that I'm saying to you right now, I hope you're embodying this for yourself. The first house rules what you say if I am. It says assertively. This is what assertive behavior looks like. This isn't aggressive. Yeah, this isn't aggressive. This isn't the Tupac lyrics that I kept hearing. And you know what's so crazy? As he even was cussing them out, he actually got calmer. He did. I don't know if y'all have ever realized that at the end of Hit 'Em Up. He actually got calmer as he was cussing Biggie and them out. He just was very passionate about what he said. And when he said, fuck Biggie, fuck you, fuck Bad Boy, and if you want to be down with them, fuck you too. I never gave a fuck. And I hate I gotta show the world that right now. I hate that we have to embody that right now. But you know what? It's okay. You know why it's okay? Because everything that everybody tried to shit on you with, everything that the devil tried to use against you, God is gonna replace it. You got new keys coming, collective. You got new money coming, collective. You got new exposure coming, collective. You got new ideas coming, collective. Yeah, you got new friends coming, collective. You got new lovers coming, collective. You got new connections coming, collective. Yeah. Talk that talk. Talk to me nice. Yeah. Yeah. God said, let me help you out real quick. Let me clean this up real quick. Let me let you see what I meant when I said that I don't play about you. Let me clear this up when I said you don't have to vouch for yourself. I got you. You don't have to explain yourself. I got you. You don't got to do too much. I got you. Yeah. Let me open the door and let them out for you so we can go ahead and let other stuff in that you need. Let's make room. Yeah, I heard God saying, let's make room. You know I got you, right? Let's make room. When I think about what's going on in the planets, when I think about what's going on in the world, I realize God was just making room. I want to hold a grudge. I want to hold regret. For what? Honey, I ain't going to remember what the hell happened with you 2 weeks from now. Because what's the motive of the day? What's the motto of the day, collective? I never gave a fuck. Okay? Let's go down these astrology tips. You know what's so funny? I just feel like I've let my shadow side sit and I'm never expressive because, I feel like sometimes I had that passion back in the day where I was so like, I was rah, 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 rah. And I feel like I have so much passion and I have so much power behind what I'm saying, and my volume ain't even went up. My volume ain't even went up. My volume's still at the same because no. My heart is opening because I'm actually finally speaking the truth. Beyonce's 16 Carriage has been playing, and I finally listened to the song because I told you I ain't really going for that country Carter stuff, but I listened to 16 Carriages and I just like listened to the words that she was saying, and I felt it. Like I started to tear up because people think, they always think, oh, she got it. She good. Do I got it? Yeah. Am I good? Yeah. But dang, I feel like sometimes I've allowed my people pleasing ways and my thinking of others' feelings and think about, their thoughts get in the way of my own help. I've tried to put people in between things and put myself in between things that I don't need to. I need to take the back seat. I need to take the back seat. I need to be able to understand that this don't got nothing to do with me. This is above me. And truly welcome that energy in my spirit of like, you know what? This has nothing to do with you. When it has something to do with you, it would be directed towards you. And I want that to be something that you guys remember in this season of this energy that we're going through. And it could be this week, or it just could be, until the end of Aquarius season. But I just feel like what has to do with you will be directed towards you. That's why you're cutting people off. You know what I'm saying? You confronting people about things. You doing certain things because of the fact of it's being directed towards you. So many times we decide to insert ourselves in things that aren't directed towards us, and then we're like, okay, well, why did that outcome happen? Because you inserted yourself in something that wasn't directed towards you, which you now misdirected energy that had nothing to do with you now to you. You got your energy wrapped up in things that don't got nothing to do with you. Only focus on the things that are directed. Until somebody directly says, I want this, I don't want this, you got to do this, you got to do that, and it includes you, let it go. I think one of the other things that kept coming up is the fact that you need to also be direct. You need to also realize like God comes in, God is really showing us, I'm going to confirm everything. I'm going to have them show up for you. You're going to have options. I think so many times we get to a season where God makes room and we feel like, dang, God, I'm running out of options. And God says, I made room for you to understand you have more options. All you had to do was just be patient. I'm handling everything, but you have to be direct. What do you want? How do you want to move? You have options. You don't have to stay here. And it's to not say that like, oh, you come up with a new option and oh, all of a sudden the option that you had isn't a good one. It could also be an amazing option. It's honestly what's best for you. Your biggest lesson right now is that you need to talk to God. Pray. Hey, I thank you for these options. Help me pick one. Like help me decide which one. Like I think that's something we kind of fear sometimes when our back is against the wall and we're going through different changes and transitions, and we're leveling up and we're releasing this, or we're just transforming into a new person. Like we forget, like God will give you the option that's best for you, even if you're in the midst of multiple. Don't ever think that God will give you one thing and say this is it. We're in a season now where God will give you multiple, and he says, I want you to pick what's best for you based off of what you speak to me. I only want to give you the best. If you say you like it, okay, cool. It aligns with what I want for you. I think that's what I'm trying to say. A lot of the options that you guys are being presented with, they align with you. Dating options, business options, friendship options, housing, jobs, they align with you. You get your pick. Be grateful in this season. This is where you thank God. Hey, thank you, God, for giving me multiple options. Thank you for giving me multiple choices. Thank you for giving me this opportunity that I get to choose. So many times things have been chosen for me because of the fact of I didn't pick the right thing. I didn't do the right thing. Or example, I had a lesson to learn. I wasn't ready. Now I have a choice. And this is where you also unlock an energy of freedom. there is a new sense of freedom that is really welcoming us to power. And it's welcoming us to understand that there might not be an I in team, but I am the one that creates this reality. I am the head of this movie. I am the co-director with God. You see what I'm saying? All right, let's go down these lists. 16 carriages. I'm gonna read y'all the lyrics of why I got so caught up on that song. Okay, so I know we talked about Venus entering Aries. Jupiter just went direct on the 4th. Tomorrow, Venus in, oh my gosh, what's going on? Okay, tomorrow, Venus in Aries sextiles Pluto in Aquarius. Boldly go after the things you desire today, as this fortunate aspect can help you achieve them. Take charge of your life and you will see some positive changes. Hello. And you know what I love about this is the desires come from your heart. You being direct is what's allowing you to choose. Okay. On the 9th, the Sun in Aquarius conjuncts Mercury in Aquarius. It's a great day for connecting with your community, as this friendly aspect encourages collaboration. This is a perfect time to attend town meetings, meet new neighbors, and share ideas. Once again, Aquariuses don't have to move. It will come to you where you need to go. Okay. You'll get the invite. You'll get it's so funny that that's the 9th and that's when the Super Bowl comes. Things are just going to come to you. Somebody say, hey, you want to go to a Super Bowl party? Just certain little things like that. Okay. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Here we go. Also on that day, Mars in Cancer trine Saturn in Pisces. We're all in this together, as teamwork truly makes the dream work. Offering a helping hand or accepting one can make life a lot easier. This is great energy because I feel like a lot of the energy comes from Neptune. It comes from your spirit guides that literally align people to you. It's the 4th house and the 12th house. The deletion that's happening in the 4th house of your stability, of your mother wounds, of your nurturing, of your love, your power, meeting basically your transformation of your spirituality, your subconscious mind, your karmic debts. They meet hand in hand and they say, hey, I'm gonna give you an example. Hey, I just healed this self-love wound with my mom. I'm paying that debt off. Boom. Now all of a sudden you have a very loving soulmate connection with the best friend. It's literally an exchange of energy. So just pay attention this day, because it's karmic debts that are that are being paid off through the generation, that are being paid off through you, that you're breaking, as well as certain lessons that you are overcoming for yourself. Because you have to remember the 12th house is also past lives. You're living a life that you already did and picking up where you left off. Okay. On the 10th, Mercury in Aquarius squares Uranus in the Taurus. Be cautious of simple mistakes, as they can derail your entire day, whether it's embarrassing typo at work or getting the time wrong in your flight. One small error can snowball into a major headache. This is why I've been trying to tell you guys, you're going to have to be in this energy of trust. You're going to have to be in this energy of flow. Who are you? Don't rush. There's no need to rush if you plan better. Always remember that. And that's something that, I know it sucks sometimes. You're like, oh, I don't want to be this early, or I got to wait. And just to be honest, sometimes that's the best thing to do. Being there early just so you can people watch. You can get your coffee. You can sit down. You can scroll on Instagram. Slow mornings don't also always have to be just you in the bed. Slow mornings could be, you took the different route to work. That might be a little bit longer, but you didn't have to worry about traffic. You didn't have to worry about the school buses. This is that energy. So just be very mindful as we go into this next week, because the full moon will be in Leo. That is a big thing. On the 11th, the Sun in Aquarius squares Uranus in Taurus. Yikes. Today can get a bit rough as we confront the injustice of the world and the reality of life being unfair. This aspect may bring power struggles as we fight for our place in the world. What did I tell you? I never needed to say nothing. I never needed to prove myself. I never needed to go back and forth. I never need to do that. I know who I am. I know who God has shown me to be. I know who God is to me, and I know who I am to God. What are we arguing about? Argue with your mother. Toodles. Okay, so the full moon in Leo is really good energy. I like it because the full moon in Leo basically says, get it out of here, get it up out of here, get it up out of here right now. Leo rules the fifth house. Yeah, Leo rules the fifth house. Everything about the inner child, everything about your creative energy, everything that from the past, get it up out of here. This is an amazing time for Leo placements because Leo placements get a new sense of freedom and love, and they get a new sense of light. They get a new sense of royalty and understanding their power. They get a new sense of recognition. If I could just be honest, there's a different type of recognition that's happening for Leo placements. And people that fifth house, but specifically Leo placements, there's a new sign of recognition. Your power had to be claimed. I feel God was telling a lot of Leo placements, you're too powerful for that. You're too powerful for that. You're too powerful for that. And you weren't listening. You weren't listening. You were having a hard time understanding. It wasn't clear. You needed a blueprint. I think that has been quite clear. It's everything I told you, your ego will be bruised. It will be hurt. That's because you weren't listening. Yeah. The only way a Leo listens is if that ego gets bruised. That ego starts to bother them. They start to really feel tried. That's when a Leo starts to listen. Because you know why? They're not being admired. They're not being loved. They're not being poured into. They don't like that. So it says Valentine's Day comes a little early as we're ready to embrace passion in our areas of our lives. Don't be afraid to roar during this full moon as we collectively celebrate glamour, pleasure, art, and just a touch of drama. Have fun. Okay, so remember that. Now, Mercury entering Pisces. I want to end the show on this note. Mercury enters Pisces on Valentine's Day. Venus is in Aries. Okay, actions. Pisces has switched with Sagittarius. Sagittarius became more spiritual. Pisces got in the field. People want to show you their love. They want to be vulnerable. They want to be lover boys and lover girls. They want to be childlike. I don't care if somebody met you a week ago. I don't care if they met you a day ago. Don't let that derail, whatever. Don't let that throw you off the path of love. Mercury goes into Pisces, baby. These people is following their subconscious mind. Their indecision is a form of insecurity. Let them go. If somebody doesn't do something for you on Valentine's Day, I'm just going to be so honest with you. I wouldn't even say let them go. Don't even say nothing. Don't even say nothing. Let them I just want you to put them in a category. The category of whatever. It's going to sound real selfish, but it's real. If Mercury's in Pisces and it's all about the subconscious mind and you basically create your own reality, I want you to not put them in a box. I want you to put them as, if they're your food person, I want you to start to label them as food. Only talk to them when you're hungry. Only talk to them when you're hungry. If they're your cameraman and you know what I'm saying, you trying to find whatever. I don't care. It's a day of love. They know. People be knowing. Label them as what they are. That's what I love about Mercury and Pisces. You're going to get to label everything of what it is. If you feel like you wealthy, baby, you're wealthy. You feel like you smart, baby, you're smart. That's what I love about it, because it's literally Neptune whispering in your ear and then confirming it in your face. You start listening to songs that make you feel more confident, make you feel more powerful. All of a sudden, it's just reflecting in the world. I told you, this is about being magnetic, baby. Excuse me. This is about magnetic behavior. How magnetic can you be? What your watts add up to? You see what I'm saying? This Mercury and Pisces is going to get y'all to understand that. Why escape a reality when you can create a new one? I literally hear that guy when he was like, why have one, bitch? You can have five. Why have five, bitch? You can have nine. I give away a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to deal with this. Mercury and Pisces is going to be a great time because of the fact of you don't have to lie. You don't have to lie. Your subconscious mind has already assigned the person to what they are going to be. Your subconscious mind has already assigned, you know what I'm saying, what this is and what it ain't going to be. We don't have to lie. What are you lying for? This is when you could be when Venus is in Aries and then Mercury's in Pisces, you don't have to lie about nothing. You could be so upfront and honest, and you don't have to yell. This is when you can really tell somebody like, yeah, so I don't think this is going to work. You don't have to be like, oh my God, yeah. You could politely tell somebody, you really got me fucked up. No call, no show. Bye-bye. You got to go. Terminated. I'm just not feeling it. And it's because your subconscious mind has already exited them out of a reality that's coming towards you. So once they do that, what's your need to be upset, baby? I want you to ask yourself, if my subconscious mind has already exited somebody out of a reality that I'm manifesting, why am I upset in the physical? Why am I upset in the 3D? Why am I upset in the present moment? My subconscious mind exits them out because they don't fit the narrative. They don't fit the show. They didn't make the cut. See, the whole time I didn't realize that my spirit guides and ancestors, they've been doing auditions for season 5. I'm just saying. When you look at the number 555, it equals 15, which equals 6, which is harmony, which is balance. Change. The changes that are coming are very balanced. Always remember that. Okay? I love you guys so much. I can't wait to talk to y'all again. Mwah. This was Speaking of Spade. You was talking to Spade. I'll see y'all later.